second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Quick spin around the league while we have a second. Looking down at the notes from this past Sunday, Drew Brees, what an excellent game. Over 400 yards. A.J. Green was the top receiver at 180. And then Lamar Miller was the only running back on Sunday to hit the century mark.
He made a nice move from Miami to Houston and is now the definite lead back there. You mentioned Drew Brees. How about what he did with his receivers? Brandon Cooks, he and Brees hooked up for a 98-yard touchdown pass, which is a franchise record. And Willie Snead had a big day as well, over 100 yards in receptions.
And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line, out-leveraging the defensive.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting through. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
When you take a look at Eddie Lacy, you expect the run we just saw, don't you? A battering ram type of an effort.
Absolutely. Such a tough runner in Alabama where he won those national championships, and a tough runner here in the NFL. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Accelerating, and off he goes. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Penalty marker is down here. So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. Rodgers now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Let's switch gears for a second with a tough league-wide news that obviously many people are talking about. Robert Griffin III, who's had injury struggles in his young career, and he's got another big one to deal with now.
And he battled through them, got another opportunity in Cleveland with head coach Hugh Jackson, became the starter, in August in preseason, and in the season opener gets hurt again and goes on IR. So I believe he's eligible to come back after 8 games if his rehab goes well.
23 yards on the play.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Rodgers will try again on second down. Out to the flat for Lacy. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Mea culpa time for me. When Eddie Lacy came out of college, I thought he'd be a good player, but I didn't know he'd have this kind of an impact on the game. As he goes, so goes his offense, and they're winning the game as a result.
I was going to say, they're both going pretty well right now, thanks to Mr. Lacy. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come out here in the eye. They go again with Rawls. And a cut to the left sideline. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big run that time by Rawls. 48 yards on the ground. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. First down, this is Rawls. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. C.J. Procise, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the fourth. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? One back is Lacey. Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. A dump off to Lacey. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. Time for a break. And no, it's incomplete. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They come out here in the eye. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
They stay on the ground. Rawls again. He leaps over him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Offensive.
And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. They run with a power back. Rawls. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So it'll be first down here after the run. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the time.